screen is why people quit Zapier. And this one is why they stay with n8n. Free, unlimited, and open source. No more paying per task execution. So let me tell you a story. Imagine that you're a freelancer and a client sends you a new lead. But then Zapier cuts you off because you've hit your 20,000 tasks per month. Your automation stops, your lead vanishes. That's money wasted down the drain and you've potentially lost a client. This never happens with n8n. By the way, if you've never seen it before, n8n is a free open source automation platform. Think of it like Zapier or Make, but without the limits. It gives you a blank canvas where you drag in apps, connect them, and build workflows that run on their own. And the best part, it has a massive open source community. That means new nodes, new templates, and new integrations are being added daily. With n8n, you can automate lead capture, social media posting, or even AI agents. And with AI tools such as OpenAI or Gemini, you can plug them straight into your n8n workflows and have AI agents that reply to emails, summarize documents, or even book meetings for you, all within the same workflow. Here's what makes n8n magical. Every new sales lead that fills out my contact form gets logged into Google Sheets. At the same time, the sender gets an auto response sent instantly to them. One workflow that handles the logging and replying. No code, no limits. So you can run your n8n in two ways. On the cloud, which means it's hosted for you and you pay a monthly subscription. Or you can self-host it, which means you gain full control and you manage all of the hosting yourself. I'll cover self-hosting later. For now, just sign up on the cloud and create your own workflow. So after you've finished out signing up for n8n and clicking through all the screens, you'll end up here on your overview dashboard. Here, I want you to click on the orange button which says Create Workflow, and I want you to name this workflow Lead Form Demo. And then click on the plus sign and search for n8n form. And then the trigger should be on new n8n form event. So for your form title, I want you to name it Contact Us. The description will be, we'll get back to you soon. And then I want you to add the following form elements. The first one will be name. Enter a placeholder of enter your name and make it required. The second one is going to be email. And again, enter your email for the placeholder text and make this required as well. And finally, we'll add a message and then enter your message as well. Make this required. Make sure that it says respond when form is submitted. After that, I want you to create a Google spreadsheet for your leads. Here you can see I've entered all of the columns from the form. So I've got name, email, message, as well as date. Go back to n8n and then I want you to click on the plus sign and search for Sheets. Here you need to select Google Sheets. And then here we'll go for the append row in sheet. Now to add a credential, click on the downward facing arrow and click on create new credential. And you can simply click on sign in here with Google and then enter your Google details. Once you've successfully logged in, you'll be able to see the account connected and then you can click out. So underneath there, make sure the resource is equal to sheets within document. The operation is append row. And then next we're going to select the document. So select the spreadsheet that you've just created with those 4 columns. Select the tab and make sure you choose sheet 1. Now the next thing that we need to do is map each of the fields from the form to this append row node in n8n. So let's click on the execute previous node. This will then bring up the form, so let's enter it. And then click submit. Go back to your n8n and you'll be able to see the form inputs. What I want you to do is to drag each of the field values from the form to their corresponding values. So name will go to name, email will go to email, message will go to message, and submitted at will go to date. Perfect. And now let's execute the step to see if it works or not. So click on the execute step button up here, and then you should see a green tick. Let's go check our spreadsheet. So you can see here that we've successfully logged the form inputs to our spreadsheet. We've got name as Chris, email is my email, message as this is my message, and the date that it was submitted. Cool. Now that we've got that working, the next step is I want you to click on the plus sign in the top right hand corner, search for Gmail, and then search for send a message. Here again, you can click on the downward facing arrow and click on create new credential and then sign in with your Gmail account. Once you've successfully signed in, you should see this account connected. And then I want you to click out and go back to your workflow and drag down a new line from the on-form submission to your sender message. Now you'll be able to get the previous inputs from the form. So let's connect the email to the two. For our subject, we'll say, thanks for contacting us. And then for our message, click on the expression and then paste this message. Hi, Jason.name with a capital N. Thanks for reaching out. We'll get back to you shortly. So you'll see, hi, Chris. Thanks for reaching out. We'll get back to you shortly. So let's test this out by clicking on the execute step. And then you should see a green tick. And here you'll see, hi, Chris. Thanks for reaching out. We'll get back to you shortly. So let's save that. And let's test your first workflow. So click on the execute workflow button. And this time we'll fill out the form. My name will be John Smith. My email will be chris@red.ai again. And my message will be, this is my new message from John Smith. Let's go ahead and click submit. Here you'll be able to see the workflows running in real time. It's gone ahead and appended the row to our spreadsheet, as well as sent the message to our email. So let's go have a look. So here you can see our new row, name John Smith, email, this is my new message, and the date and time. Let's go check our email address now. This time it says, hi John Smith, thanks for reaching out, and we'll get back to you shortly. So that's it. One workflow, two parallel nodes. When the new lead fills out the form, we go ahead and log it in our Google Sheets and we send them an auto reply. And if this looks technical, don't worry, n8n is drag and drop. One common mistake that beginners make is overcomplicating workflows. Start small, 2 or 3 nodes to begin with, and start building on top of that. So here are 3 pro tips that most people miss. The HTTP node is your master key. It unlocks any app with an API. For example, you can send data to Slack, Notion, or any other API, even if it's not on the official node list. You can run n8n locally for full privacy and control. So what's the first thing you're gonna automate? Leads, emails, or even invoices. n8n isn't just a Zapier alternative. This is the tool that future builders are learning right now. Drop your idea in the comments and I'll build it out in my next video. Subscribe if you want 1 free automation every single week. Comment workflow to get my free starter pack with free ready to play. And keep watching this playlist because I'll show you how to install n8n on your own self-hosted cloud.